Yo, dudes, welcome back to Riskless Review, where I try things out so you don't have to. So, today I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what the BTS series is going to be about. So, I'm going to give a quick series overview, also talk a little bit about myself. You can also find more information in the channel intro, and I'll also answer a bunch of BTS ARMY questions so you know who my favorite member is, for example. So for one of my main series, I wanted to focus on BTS because they're my favorite band. I'm a passionate ARMY, and I really wanted to share all my experiences with you guys as well. So I'll be doing unboxings, different reviews, as well as just general discussions with you guys. So I am a big fan of collecting all the different types of CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray that they release. So I have all the Korean releases and versions, and my collection is pretty big on the Japanese side. So I kind of wanted to unbox a lot of those with you so you can see all the different rare ones that I spent way too much money on. Being in my mid 30s, I've got enough income that I can buy all this stuff, but I know a lot of ARMY are passionate but can't afford all this stuff. So I really wanted to share my experiences and share these things with you so we can all enjoy them together. Just like BTS's goal, my goal really is to promote positivity and really help people out. Having music background, I really also want to promote better understanding of BTS's music and maybe highlight some of the nuanced things that they're doing that maybe others don't pick up on. And of course, I want to learn from you as well. The collective mindset of ARMY is vast. And so together we can really share a lot of knowledge and learn more from each other. So feel free to comment, talk about your own experiences, and let's have a good time. So as I mentioned before, give a quick background on myself. You can see a more detailed version in my channel intro, links below, but also I'll give you a quick synopsis here as well. So out of high school, I got a music degree in jazz and commercial music, and I also focused on audio engineering during that program. So I play in a band as well as produce my own music. I also have a science background and over a decade in helping Fortune 1000 clients manage risk. And so it's really all about looking at the data, analyzing it, and providing insights that allow people to make better decisions. My passion is really around analytics and optimization. So I love to share with you all of my insights and hear yours too. So with those intros, I figured it'd be fun to go over some of the standard kind of ARMY questions to let you guys know kind of what some of my favorite things are. I'll also have all these questions down below. You can visit the site riskless.review as well and get a copy of these so you can add these to your own social media. So let's get started. So first question is, how and when did you discover BTS? So I discovered BTS in September 2015. I found the Dope video on YouTube and it blew my mind. I absolutely loved the dancing, the hard work hustle message they were providing, and man, it was just really cool visuals too. List 3 favorite things about BTS. So one of my favorite things is they provide real discussion around depression and anxiety while focusing on optimism and how we can overcome those. I also love their amazing production quality and their hard work attitude. Some of my favorite facts about BTS is that they have a progressive style. Their albums have concepts and they're really thinking and trying to provide more than just music to their fans, all while being humble and down to earth. So who is your bias or bias wreckers? J-Hope! J-Hope is by far my bias. Always has been, always will be. I love me some J-Hope. I've had a couple different bias wreckers over the years. Jungkook made a pretty strong push back in the early days. But then, man, Jin really was shining, in Bon Voyage when they're in Malta and he's talking with the bartender. And just Jin's personality I really love. But lately, I've been really enjoying Jimin. I think he's just a really kind, caring guy that really wants to do his best, but struggles with anxiety. So my favorite album, it's easy for me. Love Yourself, Her, I think is the best album by far. I just think every track on that is so powerful. Obviously, Love Yourself, Answer, with all of those tracks, minus a few, is great as well. So if you're a first-time buyer, probably Love Yourself Answer is where I would start you, but Love Yourself Her, in my opinion, is just my favorite album. I love every track. I love to hear that. It reminds me of some good times. Top favorite songs. So broken down into a couple different categories, as you can see. So favorite solo song, I love Jin's Awake. I just absolutely love that song. The orchestral intro, his lyrics are just so amazing. And man, his voice, he hits some amazing notes in that song. My favorite rap line song, that's hard. I'm the big hip hop fan of BTS. That's where they really pulled me in, is their hip hop stylings. But I have to say their latest one, Oog, I really love that song. The rap line is so strong on it. They're coming pretty aggressive, and that beat is one of the best rap beats of all time. Favorite vocal line song? So Bojo Guy or Dimple, that is by far my favorite. When I got my brand new studio monitors that are really high def and sound great, it was the first song I put on because it just starts with so much texture and so much amazing vocals. I love that song. It's definitely my favorite vocal line song. Lost is pretty good too, though. My favorite subunit song, you know, they've been new to doing just the subunits, but V and Jimin's Friends, it's such a great song. The upbeat, the personal jokes, and just the flow of that song. Yeah, it's so good. So favorite TV appearances of BTS. You can see I'm already smiling. The I'll put the info beside me because I can't remember off the top of my head, but the one where RM is trying to cut onions for the first time is too funny. It makes me laugh every single time. It's also the episode where he dances like a wild man, and he's just in a really weird mood that episode, and I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time, and it's an old one. More recently, I really loved the Carpool Karaoke. I really think James Corden does well with BTS, and always enjoy that. Have you seen BTS live? Yes. Yes, I've seen them live multiple times. Sad I didn't get to see them this year due to the COVID stuff, but saw them in LA for my first time by myself. And then me and my wife went to New York to see them. And then the next year, we saw them in Chicago, where TXT played the same weekend as well. And then we went and flew to New York and watched them in New Jersey again. So saw them 4 times and saw their first winter show. And wow, I might have to do a whole video on that one. That was some cold times, but wow, it was an amazing show. So when you first saw BTS, who stuck out to you, video and live? So when I first saw the BTS video, Dope, the person who stuck out to me actually was Suga. I liked his kind of hardcore style. He seemed more gruff and gritty, and I really liked Suga. So my first piece of merch was a Suga sweatshirt, and I love that. But once I started to learn about the members more than just watching a single video, J-Hope became my bias very quickly. Somebody who stuck out though when I saw them live, I was lucky enough when I went to my first LA show to get selected for soundcheck, and when I watched them come out and it was so close, the second I saw V, my mind was blown. You know, I know he wins all these best looking things, but you know, on the TV, they all look about as good as each other. But man, when you see that guy in person, he looks like a Greek statue or something. He's definitely a different level. Have you seen all their vlogs, bomb voyages, and other things? I'm a couple behind on some of the vlogs they've done recently on YouTube, but in general, yeah, I've seen all the material they've posted. I've gone way down that rabbit hole. My favorites are the bomb voyages. I love those. I love the fun that they have. All their travel ones, their summer packages and winter package. So fun. I love that. I know a lot of people think it's cringy, but I really loved American Hustle Life. That was the first major show part that I watched of them, and I loved it. I thought they were great, and it was so real. It also made me hate Coolio, though. So, favorite music video, you probably heard it before, Dope. I mean, that changed my life, for sure. When I saw that, I watched it and was mind blown. I showed my wife. She had to go teach a Zumba class. She came back 3 hours later, and I was still watching it on repeat. So I watched it for about 4 hours that day on repeat, just studying every little piece of it, and it to this day will be my favorite. I love it. Another strong contender though is Save Me. Absolutely love that video, that one take shot, them dancing in the fields. I think that's such a cool video. Cool vibe for a great song. So what's your favorite choreography? So for me, J-Hope Bias and watching the struggles they had during Wings and just the growth that they had was so amazing. But Boy Meets Evil was, I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. I mean, his performance in Boy Meets Evil is amazing, and I think everybody should watch that. So an interesting question that I threw in, I saw a lot of these different questions that I took pieces from, but everybody had, what's your top 3 favorite things about BTS? But I wanted to say, what's your top 3 least favorite things about BTS? Maybe a little controversial of a question, but again, I like full analysis, full review, and I'm a realist, so I really wanted to answer that question and pose it to you guys. For me, um, the thing I really don't like about BTS the most is those bucket hats. They weren't cool in the 90s, and they're not cool now. I don't like bucket hats at all. Another thing that I don't like when they do it, production wise, is the overuse of auto tune. I love their voices normally. They don't need this hard cranked auto tune. They're using it more of a stylistic hip hop choice, and that's cool. But I think it distracts from their amazing vocals that they have, and I think it just doesn't pose as good of a persona in the market as they could have and as they have skill wise. So I wish they'd tone down the cranked up auto tune. And my third thing that I don't like about BTS is they cave to the pressure of ARMY telling them what to do with their hair too much. I was so excited that Jungkook was growing his hair out long. As you can see, I'm a long-haired male. I really want to see rocker Jungkook. He's the most rocker of all of them. And I really wanted to see him with longer hair. He was starting to look real cool, I thought. But, pressure got to him. He cut his hair, went back to the standard look that ARMY loves. So what merch have you purchased? Well, as mentioned before, I own all the Korean releases for audio and video materials. So every version, the misprint versions, which I'll be doing an unboxing for in the BTS series, every version, I've got a tracker where I keep count of how much all these items cost me, and it's way too much. It's a ridiculous collection that I have, but I'm a completionist, and once I started down that road, I really wanted to continue. And so now I have all the Korean releases. I've got over halfway on the Japanese releases, but wow, they released so many versions back in the day, and there's some just immensely hard to find stuff. So, I'll bring that up more, and if any of you have some of those and you'd like to discuss options, I'd love to look into it because, there's some really hard to get Japanese stuff that they released. So with that, that's again a background of kind of where I am, where I'm coming from when I'm discussing BTS, and I really just wanted to share that with you and also provide you the chance to answer the questions in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking as well. Again, a lot of these questions you can find in Reddit, Twitter, all these different places, but I threw in a couple different ones that I hadn't seen before, so I hope you guys enjoy those, and I'm interested in seeing what you respond. If you enjoyed anything in this video, please click like. And as we've shown as ARMY, with our little actions, we can make huge change. And so if you guys could hit subscribe, it's a little action on your side, but it really makes a big difference for new YouTube channels. So I would appreciate any help I can get. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.